live this time? Oh my gosh, I think we're finally live. God, YouTube. Okay, great. Alright. So, I sure hope my opponents brought umbrellas. Fire umbrellas. Actually, I hope they didn't. I want this to hurt them immensely. See, I dislike burning, breaking, and generally causing mayhem. I like conquering and building and growing. But every once in a while, one must make an exception. And, well, I think we've reached that point with all this. Let's see, yes, meteor storm, yes, alright. Behemoth. Yeah, I guess it's important. We should learn to summon behemoths. Disjunction, your herb mastery, and purple doesn't have a single global. Oh well. Ebony, that's my dark elves. The one place I really... That's where my nightmares come from. That's the last place I want to see get hit. There's a reason I'm gonna pour meteors on your head. Alright. Mammoths! Yeah, that's not gonna work out so well for you, I'm afeared. Step out in front, please. God, those nightmares, they're just amazing. Bet you wish you could hit flying things, don't you? Should have brought throwing clubs. Sure, they're a silly weapon, but, you know, they'll give you an attack. Even a thrown weapon of 1 would be a lot. Oh, shit. That's not really good. There. The best part of all is that they don't regenerate. Although they're already completely dead, so I guess it isn't all that important right now. I'll throw up a warp reality. I spend mana crystals like they're gravel. There's no value on them at all. Alright, well that's not entirely true, but normally I'm a bit more careful about scrounging. Trying to do everything on the cheap. My counter magic's supposed to stop that crap. Quit petrifying. Okay, more, huh? Oh, good, this city's already got counter magic in play. Hi there. Ooh, what is this? Night Blades, is it? I really need to take your dark elven cities. Crap. Oh, I already did that? Right. Do this. 1 down. 2 down. Okay, maybe not quite. But you didn't think I was going to let you just walk in, did you? If you're blocking the door, they should really be able to attack you, you know? If you stay up in the air, then they can just walk in the city. You. There you go. Oh, shit. It's not in my city. I I really need an effect that will let me see. There's nowhere around my city. Doggone it! I'm trying to keep you out. Fine. I bet they're in a corner. Not that corner. Maybe they're in this one. They love corners, they do. Aha! Wait a minute. I can finish him off. Okay. More combat. Always more combat. Well, just you wait. Once I've dispelled that herb mastery, combat will never be the same. Every army that she puts out is just gonna... Unless it's all war trolls. But in every other circumstance, their armies are just not gonna work. Hey! Shouldn't be getting through my counter magic that easily. Alright. Ah, blur. Aha, we're blurry now. That's a huge advantage, I guess. Somehow. You're not getting in. It's not happening. Yeah, I didn't even do anything else. You know what? I don't actually need iron skin. Shoot, they're golems. Their skin should already be iron. If it's not, let's heat up an induction furnace and just pour iron all over them. If you're gonna make golems for combat, you might as well. Iron skin seems the very least of what we should do. Web. Great thing about web, I guess it's not really needed since you guys are gonna attack. Okay, and go. Don't run back in, you fools. No, what the hell? You just passed a shit ton of turns. Why? Why would you pass turns? I webbed them for a reason. What's wrong with you? Where'd web go? There it is. Seriously, why the hell would you start passing turns? God, the auto battle is dumb. There. Or... Look, I've spanked you enough, Vanilla. Must avoid making terrible vanilla extract-based pun. Start on black rare. Really, I mean, what are they gonna do? They have no chance against my forces. Why are they even dashing themselves against these rocks? Oh no, you did a hit point worth the damage to me. Good thing that I regenerate in battle. And out of battle, for that matter. actually kill my units. They do not ever quit. Hammerhands just fail. Why are they so ineffective? I really think hammerhands, like, I really expect them to hit harder than that. You know? Oh well. Got adamant weapons, they've got all the buffs. Ooh, this is a problem. Ooh, this is a problem. Vampiric even. You've got a thrown weapon. You can actually hit me. This is tough. Magic. I want to do a lot of things. I need to hit it with a dispelling wave. Crap, what city is this? Focus magic as well, is it? Alright. Let's make this hurt. Yeah, how do you like it? You're the ones always doing that to me. You're not able to just straight up murder me somehow. Isn't that interesting? Well, you're still invulnerable and hasted. I was gonna cancel it. Oh well. Hey, ring around the rosy with my gargoyles, huh? I don't think I actually need to do anything more than this. Yeah, sure, come on! Frickin' gargoyles! Forget hammerhands, gargoyles are the units. Let's see, I don't suppose... Let's see... Have a beast. Nom nom nom. Seriously, I want you to stop hitting my city. There! Perfect! Can't hurt you. You're life-stealing and just, I don't know, you're just a pain. How do I hurt you? Oh yeah. Shoot. I know the answer to this. Oh, I don't have enough. Are you sporting magic immunity? No? Okay. That didn't do so much. I saw blood. There's not much I can do to increase their attack. Got it! Okay, a vampiric sword. Those are hard to come by. Haste swords are really freaking good, though. That's a pretty good sword, too. Do I really have to give it up? Oh well, it's off the market at least. A haste shield with true sight. A haste shield. I mean, I do like me some Lionheart, but a haste shield. But Lionheart. I'll take Lionheart because it provides defense and hit points. I mean, haste is ridiculous, but heroes need durability. Okay, I need to find out where this is. No, I need to finish what I'm... Oh, shit! Whoops. Okay. Okay. There you go. Eat mammoths. That is your mission in existence? Those things are so ridiculous. Oh, really? No, not the Iron Skin. How will they ever fight without? Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Right. Only one? I paid so much mana for that. Shit. This is gonna be a bloodbath. Or a rock bath. I hate their I mean, come on. It's supposed to be petrifying touch. How do they apply it to a magical ranged attack anyway? I need this more. You guys are so toast. Lone survivor. Even the hammerheads. Right. Well, the survivor's resistance is pretty decent. Alright, one tough cannon. These cannons are ridiculous. Alright, you need to pull back to regen. You can step up to the plate. Wow, it's a blurry cannon! Holy shit, there's nothing you can do about it, huh? That cannon is indestructible! Okay then. You know what? I'm gonna hold at this point. Flying golems. Gotta love them. Alright, you go meet them. I really need to equip my cannons with a knife or something when things get all close. 21 resistance. Yeah, I'd say that's good enough. Alright. Excellent. And we lost like 8,000 people, alright? Oh, this plane. Well, I mean, the warp reality's good, but it doesn't apply to the storm giants now, does it? Well, at least we don't have to fight beetles anymore. Oh. Alright. Let's see how good the beetles are when they're on my team. That's not good enough. If they can't handle the fight at this point. Yeah, remember when... Actually, it was never you that had these giant beetles. You know, I've been thinking about it. I've always wished for them to have a ranged bombardier beetle, but I think that these actually are bombardier beetles because they have fire breath. When you think about it, the range wouldn't be so huge. It would be more like a breath attack. Oh, God. Stop wrecking all my stuff. Go away. Oh, shit. Let me see. Throw some resist elements in for good measure. Oh, you finally got him, did you? Well, I'm gonna add a phantom beast. Chew on that. A crack's call. Well. Shit, there goes wherever that was. Oh dear. It's not gonna matter. Through my counter magic, that crack's call, okay? Okay. We'll try Warp of the Reality. I'm just gonna iron skin you. Yeah, I figured they'd want to kill her more than they'd want to kill the cannon. Should be focusing fire, not dividing your attacks among my armies. I mean, what am I saying? Please divide your attacks among my men, all you please. One thing I learned as a DM is if the monsters all attack the same player, that player will probably die. And it would be good strategy for them to do so. So, only very rare, intelligent encounters went that way. Most monsters would just be, well, it's a bunch of goblins without a lot of leadership, so they each target whoever they target. And then try to reason out what each goblin would do in context. Rather than what somebody with a view from the battlefield from above would think to do. Oops. Sometimes I think the nightmares are just sneezing on them. Oh my gosh, they just keep coming. They must know that this is their last turn, or second to last turn of safety, after which attacking will quickly become impossible. This is one well-defended city. Where is this? It's even got a wall. This is my Dark Elven city, isn't it? The one they wrecked with an earthquake. They're really going all out on me. Well, we're all immune to your gaze, so we got that going for us at least. Alright. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Are Gorgons giving me trouble elsewhere? Not these guys. Admittedly, they're level 3. Not no mere level 1 hammer hands. No, I need this. You cannot has. You cannot has. Yes, I know, it got wrecked. I also have to find a certain Clacon city. I think I only have the one, so it shouldn't be hard to find. Oops! Meteor storm! Alright. Let me see. That was... That's funny. I wonder why they're planting so many new cities everywhere. Yep, here it is. The blow... A calculated to wreck that city's economy. Okay, lastly, in this sequence, where's that all-important disjunction? Where is it? Disjunction! Do I not have disjunction? How am I missing disjunction? Hey, you wouldn't... Could I borrow a cup of disjunction? No? Shit. That's the really important key ingredient. That's the spice that makes this all work. And I don't have it, huh? 7 turns. There's not much I can do to speed that up. Crap. Crap. I have to put up with 7 more turns of this. And I can't summon my big summon yet. Suppose I could continue summoning bats. Alright, fine, I'll take this. I'll take this, and I'll use this as the staging ground to summon more bats. I'll just conquer the world through bats if I must. Although I feel really silly throwing a meteor storm at somebody who's got herb mastery. But on the other hand, these two don't. Your war with me was a stupid idea. Now you have to put up with this. This is your punishment. Your repeated wars against me, no less. So I lost a city somewhere. Actually, what I should do is I should find the city that's guarded by a lone gargoyle. It's you! Okay. Anyway, that'll make it much better. 2 gargoyles. 2 gargoyles versus everything in the universe. Poor things. Then we'll go back to the bats. Oh, geez. In this world, it wouldn't be Batman. It would be Doom Batman. This might not go so well. I really want to counter magic, but oh shit, fissures. I really need to counter magic. But I also need everything else. Badly. Okay. Let that counter magic go. Not gonna counter their magic! Let them fling cracks call at you. Might eventually work. See if you can get rid of that blur and prayer. No, I guess not. Dispels your water walking, so there. Try again! Oh, they're just combat buffs. Ah! Nothing! I'm supposed to have double strength dispelling. Stuck with buffs. I could have made this thing invisible. Shit. Well, I'm losing this fight. Shit. 2 cities in 2 turns that I've lost. I am... Not to mention all the damage they've done. This is really bad. This is a well-defended city. Oh, come on. Can't dispel or prevent these things from coming through, it seems. Well, got that one at least. Oh shit, no, stop! Stop using, don't use the nightmares to do that! Ah, shit. For some reason I thought they'd have another round of ammo. Oh, this city's in trouble now, and I can't replace lost nightmares. Great. I really need disjunction. I mean, I really need disjunction. Stupid auto battle. I have to not trust the auto battle, but I really wish I could hit auto battle. Alright. Let's put some defensive spells on her. We all know where they're gonna target. We'll go with a positive prayer for once. I guess she needs a flame blade. Yeah, that helps a little. And then we'll drop a black prayer as well. She can do both prayer and black prayer. She's amazing. Oh, come on. I made you all softer, and I gave her a flaming sword. She can't cut into you still? There's not a whole lot else I can do, you know? He should still live somehow. Alright. You can't kill her that way. It's just not gonna work. Fought to the last man. And another city damaged. And I told you no, you may not has. Phantom Beast to the best counter I can summon up here. Take them out. Oh, really? Resist magic? Okay. shit! They one-shot it through the buffs and everything. Alright, look, you guys cannot possibly guard this door. There. I had to figure out which ghost it was, which node they was going to, and summon another. Oh, we've got a lot of skeleton statues now. I guess those might be an interesting decoration. Well, I'm sure we can use it somewhere in our empire. Wait, are you stuck? Because it's flying. There's always something flying in a doorway. Okay. No. I'll use a whole doom bolt on you to say no. I mean it. Leave my ghosts alone. I wonder if a magic spirit could take a whole stack of nasty stuff. If I cast the right buffs on it. No. Don't care. Okay, let's see. God, they did a number on this town with that earthquake. It's a total wreck. So many of my cities are so busted up in all these fights. Oh, hey. Right, my summoning circle's here, so I got a free Gorgon. It's a hell of an upkeep I have to pay, but alright. Alright, let's see. Where is that? Ah! So... Bat. See. So I had a ghost going somewhere. Not that one. I don't know if I'll ever find the place. So many cities need rebuilding. I'd have to look at all of them to see which one's broken. I'm too lazy for that. I have no idea where the magic spirit that was killed was. Where it was, or where it was going, or what. I just don't know. So I guess I'll just have to let that one go. Guess we'll call it 2 cities and a node. Alright, well. In a few turns, I'll have my first really excellent, very rare summon. Okay, behemoths aren't my first choice for ultimate tier summons, but, you know, they're still good. They're still better than a Great Drake, arguably. Alright then. But you're a nature summon, so you won't benefit. Interesting because it knows which units. The game actually knows which units belong to each school of magic. There's not a lot of spells left that bring that into consideration anymore. Wish they wouldn't do that. Back up. Go heal. Now your job is to finish this thing off so it doesn't heal. else I can do, but I can put an iron skin on you. This city is going to be tore up. Yes. Survive! Hide behind that tree over there. They'll never find you there. Oh, shit. Stop smashing my stuff. Shit, I lost a gargoyle. Oh, well, as long as the Gorgon survives, right? The end for all of you is nigh. Wow. And the beast didn't do so good against holy crap. Are fine. If all that stuff's gonna be a problem. Why are these so much tougher than normal? So she's got a prayer on them. That doesn't explain it. Light, invisibility, magic immunity. Interesting. This actually has a chance of working. Well, now how about that? Let's see, okay, you've got resist magic, so I can't target you with any. Yeah, that invulnerability ain't gonna help so much. Sooner or later, this will go through. Shit. Resist magic. Click a few. Alright, we're gonna start picking things off now. This city's a wreck. Lionheart. Ooh. Lionheart. I don't have a good answer to that. I don't really have much to do here. If you've got Lionheart, I'm not gonna win that fight. Petrify them! Can't petrify the lion-hearted one, though. Big humpy, big thumpy steps. Gotcha. Alright. The city fared better than I thought it would. Okay, and you've got to be out of magic now, right? Oh, good. I mean, they've still got magicians, of course, but I can handle that. Any dwarf that lets himself be turned into a bird bath is not a true dwarf. Resist those spells. Tougher. Shame that they're not flying. Oh well. Web. Web. Go forth! Go forth and conquer. You satisfied with your terrible losses? No, you're not. Ooh, I'm in a chaos node. That makes us even more ridiculous. Fools. You may have taken 2 of my cities in a node today, but you have lost. For the armies you've lost, that's hardly a good deal. You have caused me to spend an absurd amount of mana crystals, though, so, you know, that would matter. But it doesn't this time, because I have so much. But in any other game, that would matter. Hey, Coco Z. Well, I haven't stopped, but I have nothing to report because there's nothing left for me to do right now, really. There's only an hourglass artifact, and that's not really enough to make a whole video out of. I'm kind of waiting for their next patch, which I think I heard is in testing right now. Unless I'm mixing it up with a different game, the next Realm Grinder patch should be out very soon. And then you'll get what little bit I have to clean up on this one, as well as all the brand new content. But yeah, I did everything there was to do in that game. I ran out of stuff. I have had some different ideas for Realm Grinder videos I could make. Would be kind of new projects. But I'm not ready to tackle them at the moment. Meh. Yes and no. I played Clicker Heroes before I started streaming these things, and I did do a competition between 4 different idle games. 4 or was it 5? I think it was 4. And Clicker Heroes was one of them. In the end, my subscribers voted for Idling to Rule the Gods. But Clicker Heroes was there, Idle God was there, Crush, and Perfect Tower. Okay, it was 5. Perfect Tower. But, Idling to Rule the Gods was the winner of that one. But I'm not ready to juggle yet another idle game on top of Trimps and Realm Grinder and Idling to Rule the Gods. But when I'm ready to replace one of those, I'll definitely hold another contest with 4 or 5 idle games competing and let people vote on which one I do. I'm keeping one eye on Clicker Heroes 2, though. I'm curious. I'm curious what they've done that, they would charge so much for their product. They must have great confidence in it. And they certainly, well, they certainly met with great success with Clicker Heroes 1, so I assume they know what they're doing. But it's really hard to say. It's really hard to say without actually seeing the product. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's until it's actually out and I can see somebody else. I'm basically gonna look at gameplay footage before I commit any money to it. I want to be sure that it's worth owning. I mean, it sounds good, and they should be able to deliver a good product, but I felt that way about other things in the past that have turned out to be not so great, so... Oh, doggone it. You're gonna have all these mammoths versus my 2 beetles? What the hell? How am I supposed to cope with this? Alright, now they're blurry beetles. Blurry beetles who are backing away slowly. Let's go ahead and throw Black Prayer onto the mix. Up onto the hills! Alright. Yes, actually I do know quite a few games that are like Realm Grinder, but it depends on exactly what you're looking for, okay? There is one I haven't tried that is based off of Realm Grinder. Oh, I can't think of what it's called. But there is an actual game based on Realm Grinder that I have heard good things about, and I think it has Realm in its name. It's probably not that hard to find. On the other hand, Idling to Rule the Gods is really interesting. I mean, it's a very different game from Realm Grinder, but it is a really excellent idle game. I'm enjoying it immensely. There's so much to do in it and so much going on. I really loved Kitten's game. Kitten's game was amazing, but it didn't quite have the longevity that Realm Grinder and some of these others do. There's actually a few I've played that didn't have that longevity. Perfect Tower, from what I played, was pretty interesting. I don't know, because it wasn't the winner, I haven't, I played only a little bit of it, and it's hard to judge too much based on what I saw, but it might be a really excellent idle game. It seems like it has all the makings of a good one. There's a shit ton of other idle games. Too many to even name all of them. Not all of them have I heard good things about, though, but some of them. But I think I named what my top picks would be. If you're interested in finding, oh yeah, we got this. Oh, I so don't trust the auto battle, but I'm gonna do it. Let's put one more iron skin down. But yeah, those would be my picks. I would look to Idling to Rule the Gods first. It doesn't really open up. It doesn't really open up until you've been playing it for a little bit and you've beaten Ball, basically. Then you get into all the challenges and everything. Yeah. And Kitten's game was really good for a while. I can definitely say that I enjoyed it a lot. Idle Wizard, I haven't really got... Oh my gosh. Well, that city is just wrecked. Oh well, I wasn't relying on the Clacons to do anything anyway. They were just producing some money and power and spell research. Doggone it. I have got to get disjunction. Not having disjunction has really wrecked my whole plan. Yeesh. So many places need so much rebuilding now. Alright. Bats. How many more turns? 5? Bats. Huh. Draconian settler, eh? Well, I could try to finish off Yellow. She would hardly be able to fight back. You have no mana at all. Ha! Alright, you know what? I think I will. Maybe I'll even pick up a good new spell or something. Nope, we'll just keep on tanking a few more rounds. Behemoths. I don't know, they can't fly. I'm into... Am I into anime? Well, let's see. I founded the anime club in my high school. That was a long time ago now. And I was president of it and everything. There was a time when I could have told you all about any series in the U.S. Any series that had received a U.S. release. Not anymore. I have... When I started really getting into YouTube and being a YouTuber, anime is one of the things I largely gave up. I love anime. I love it, but I don't have the time for it when I'm putting, when I'm working a full-time job and then putting 40 to 60 hours a week into YouTube. I can't keep up with even the series I really want to watch. That said, if you've never seen Redline, it's the best. It's the best movie. Also, most of my recommendations of late would be series that everyone knows about, like One Punch Man. But if we talk about older anime, well, then I can get to recommending all kinds of stuff that you might not have heard of. Although any real anime fan's probably heard of everything. If you're a real anime fan. Oh shit. Oh no, we're fine. Oh, let me see. Really? You're attacking the Doom Bats? Are you crazy? I'll start with a counter magic. You were supposed to counter that. Counter magic is just so iffy and unpredictable. Alright, let's see. Warp reality, and that's probably good enough. Oh, maybe that's not quite good enough. Come on, you're doing doom damage. Come on. Fight like you mean it. Yeah. Yeah, Realm Grinder is really interesting. It's almost it's almost like it's a puzzle, where every so many reincarnations you have to, it's a new puzzle, because your old strategy stops being good, and eventually stops working altogether. So you're constantly forced to create new strategies, and that's what keeps it fresh and keeps it interesting. There's no other idle game that quite does that. There we go. Ah, you ain't getting away. Alright. Yes, I'm sure that you now feel that this was a great idea on your part, spending all this magic and all these troops to, what exactly were you trying to accomplish again? Oh yeah, feeding my bats. Thank you so much. They were very hungry. My favorite idle game. I know that has changed several times over time. I am not sure. Right now I'm running Trimps, Realm Grinder, and Idling to Rule the Gods, and I enjoy each of them. I enjoy each of them very much. I'm not certain which one is my favorite, though. I'm not so sure anymore. The last, I mean, a lot of people are disappointed right now with the Ascension 2, the last big patch that they made, where we're at right now at reincarnation, like 100 and, basically the 110s. The last ability right now is marked at 115. A lot of people are pretty disappointed in it, and I can understand that, but I don't think that it's ready yet, honestly. I think they kind of jumped the gun with the release because they felt they needed content, because clearly there's more that hasn't been put in place yet. I mean, we don't even have mercenaries right now. We're limited to basically picking one research per category. So, you know, I'm just kind of holding out that as soon as they get a couple more patches on, Ascension 2 is gonna be great. so I'm holding out for that. But having come to this wall, I'd have to say that Idling to Rule the Gods is the game that I'm getting the most fun from at this moment. For idle games. I also enjoy Caster of Magic, and oh, doggone it, you and your stupid... Cut that out. Look, I've got Uranus's Blessing. I've got a super strong counter magic. Come on now. Cut this out. Man, I use a lot of gargoyles this game. That's very unusual. Yeah, I see you trying to petrify my stuff. Pull back! Throw a lightning bolt. Yeah, where was I? Oh, yes. I have a ton of games I enjoy a lot right now. I enjoy Fire Emblem. Fire Emblem Conquest quite a bit, too. And StarCraft 2. I love StarCraft 2. My gosh. Leave me alone. Look, I've got counter magic and I'm in a sorcerer mode. There's no way you can cast a spell. And I got it! Oh, wait a minute. I know what to do here. I should be summoning phantom beasts. I mean, if I'm in a sorcery node. No, wait. Air elemental. Hey, how's it going, Dawn? You lot are so screwed. Alright. Yeesh. 4 more turns. Then I can learn disjunction. Then the meteor storm should really... They'll finally have to feel its impact. Yeah. I think we're all waiting for the next patch. There's just, unfortunately, as I was saying to Coco Z, it's unfortunate, but there's just nothing to do in the game right now. At least for those of us who've gotten all the way to the end. We're just waiting on more content to be released. If Herb Mastery stacks with regeneration. I've always just kind of assumed that it takes the place of it, that it overlaps. But it could actually be stacking. My playtime with Realm Grinder or his? Because I'd have to actually pull it out and open it up to tell you what my playtime is. The answer is more than a year. If you can answer more than a year, that's all the answer you need to give. Alright, and finished with the cannonball. That's enough attacks. Seriously. Seriously, haven't you lost enough men yet? I should have cast counter magic. Oh well, too late. They've already burned up their mana. Alright. Blur. Alright, that's pretty effective. You know what? They'll regenerate if they die. So what I should probably do is just throw an iron skin and say, go! Yeah, go ahead, kill my 2 war trolls. See what happens. Done. Okay, that's enough attacking me, okay? I feel like I must have slaughtered your entire army by now, except for the fact that I see that you still have 50 billion zillion units. Good grief. Did I play Dishonored Death of the Outsider? No, I played Dishonored 1, and I actually did a Let's Play of Dishonored 2 when that came out. Death of the Outsider, is that one of the DLCs? I know that there was a DLC where you could play as the assassin Druid. That was his name, right? Druid? I think that was his name. But I actually never got the DLCs. Yeah, no, I'm afraid I didn't get a hold of the DLCs. I know somebody who has them. One of these days I'd like to slip on over there and play it. Okay. How's that spell coming? Yep, 4 turns, that's what I thought. Alright, what do you got in here? There's something invisible in here. Something horrifying, isn't there? That can't be all you've got. Then again, you don't have the money to afford anything. How can you have so little? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cities? 7 cities, and you have no economy. You are supporting an absolutely enormous army, aren't you? Why does the AI always insist on having 50,000 million billion units? It does come back to bite them in the arse sometimes. Ooh, more mammoths. With adamant weapons, invisibility, and magic immunity. Okay, yeah, I don't even know about that DLC. The only DLC I know about is the one where you can play as Druid, the assassin that killed the queen in the first game. That's the only DLC I'm actually aware of. So, yeah, I really liked Dishonored 1 immensely. Dishonored 2, I liked it, but I don't think it was as good as Dishonored 1. Part of it is because Dishonored had so much that was creative in it, and Dishonored 2 kind of reused the same stuff that was in Dishonored 1 largely. There were moments that were truly great. I liked their plague, the stuff that would, all the stuff that would suck your blood, the hives that you could burn and all that. That was awesome. And there was stuff I really liked about Dishonored 2. I don't know. I do know that one of my bats is almost dead, and this is actually going to be a bit of a trick to take. Oh wow, got that past their counter magic, did I? I'd like to rely on regeneration, but it's raining lightning bolts, so I daren't. So I could try to summon a whole bunch of units, crap, and hope that the lightning bolts fall on their heads. Oh yeah, counter magic. Shit, this might be a loss. I don't know. I knew there was gonna be something bad in here, but this is oh dear. Okay, good. Drop the lightning bolts on him, please. I just need to regenerate a little. Oh, come on! You had to hit the most badly injured one, didn't you? Problem is, they regenerate too. Oh, come on! Look at all the beasts! Target them! Shit. And I'm gonna lose fame on this too. Stop killing things! Alright. We're not gonna win this, but I can at least do more damage. Come on. This is not working. We're gonna pull out. Ah! Lightning bolts are just falling in all the places I don't want. Random number generator hates me. Oh well. Let's see. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, there was some really cool stuff. I thought the coolest thing about Dishonored 2 was the Clockwork Soldiers. And the Clockwork Castle was genius, and the time-swapping mechanic. We could look into the past and go back and forth, and that was amazing. But you know, there was a lot to like about the game, but many of the areas. There were many times where an area was just not all that interesting for whatever reason. I don't know. Alright, let me see. Reality. Alright. Alright, let's throw out our counter magic. Oh shit, I should have pulled them back. I don't have enough in place on them. They're gonna get murdered. Yep. He got murdered. Oh well, at least the golem is a flying golem. Infinity War? The new Marvel movie? Yes, I heard that had come out. I haven't had the chance to see it yet, though, but I have every intention of watching it. I intend to catch it in theaters. I only go to the movie theaters once or twice in a year. Actually, I think some years might be a 0 on my movie theater attendance. But, when I do go to the movies, it is often a Marvel movie these days. What the heck should I do about you? Ooh, I can't banish you. What about a Doom Bolt? Nope, that's not gonna do it. Phantom Beast? Oh, that didn't work so well. Run away? You just healed a rock. Great. No, still can't kill you with a Doom Bolt. A cannon should not have to be running. Shit, there's not much I can do. Ah, crap. Quit healing the rock! Got it. Yeah, I definitely don't want any spoilers for it. I've avoided watching any trailers or anything else about it. You're just gonna ignore the fact that I have a counter magic? It should at least stop you from healing. I mean, come on now. Let's see. Add blur. Blur might be the critical point at which my buffs have stacked enough. Okay, now for you. 2 rocks get into a fight. Hopefully mine wins. Oh, am I out of spells? Really? Alright, fine. Get him! The rock has better stats than yours. Why is yours winning? Oh well. Yeah. I haven't actually seen Black Panther yet. They've actually been putting out a lot of Marvel movies. I only just saw Thor Ragnarok like a week or 2 ago. I underestimated it. It turned out to be a really good movie. I wasn't expecting much. But I was at a friend's house and they had it on a Blu-ray and they put it on and I was like, wow, this is actually a really good movie. I was really impressed. This is going to be a tough one. Sad. I'd actually rather have gargoyles than the gorgons. Alright. They're now invisible iron-skinned Gorgons. They'll petrify you because they're, well, like all Medusa types, they're so ugly that if you look at them, you turn to stone. But they're invisible! But somehow you still turn to stone because, doggone it, that's just how the game works. Figure that one out. Okay. Black Prayer. Oh, crap. None of that cracks call nonsense, please. Alright, we're gonna take a little time to heal. Not too much, though, because... yeah. That's right, stomp all over my town, ruin the place. There. Now. A little Spider-Man. And we're good. No, no, no! God, I hate the auto battle. It is so dumb. It is so stupid. Get out there and kill. Ah, you ain't getting away. Where do you think you're going? Where do you think you're going? Nowhere. That's what you get for attacking my city. Well, that's good to hear. I'm glad to hear that it's a good movie. There's always that worry that they might not be able to pull off something quite that epic. Because, I mean, they've been building towards Infinity War for a long time. I would be surprised if there were many people watching my videos who were not nerds. I mean, good grief. I'm playing a DOS game. I'm playing an old Microprose DOS game right now. So yeah, I would be surprised if there were people who were not nerds watching me en masse. Let's see. Alright, what do I need to do? I need a blur. Alright, you gotta get past my hammer hands. Oh, right. Wall smasher. Yeah. You ain't getting past my hammer hands. This is one well-defended city. I'm pretty sure this is my Dark Elven city, which is next to her capital, so it makes sense. It would be so well-defended. I can't believe she's even trying to attack this place. I mean, good grief. Her earthquake really wrecked it up, though, so I mean, it's not like it can even do its job anymore. It'll be a while before it's operational again for nightmares. Why is she trying so hard to take it? She could just keep throwing earthquakes at it every turn if she wanted. It would never be a threat to her again. Alright, carefully. Yeah, we can sword fight mammoths. Alright, go on, you got this. Mithril weapons, or Halcon. And the Chaos Channels, of course, for defense. And to be afflicted by all those glowworms. Doggone it! I just need to last a few more turns. Can't you just leave me alone for a few turns, huh? Just take 3 turns off, please. Please! Really? People who there are people who are disappointed in it. Interesting. Well, of course I'll have to go and see and make up my own mind. But, oh, really? Herb Mastery lets skeletons heal? Well, now, isn't that something? So that brings into question the possibility of nature death. Playing the Golgi Guild. Ravnica, basically. But seriously, if the undead can be healed by herb mastery, you could run herb mastery and zombie mastery in tandem. That would actually be a really interesting build. Because the greatest weakness of the undead, at least in my opinion, is that they can't heal. Alright, you're gonna back up. Golem, you're on frontline duty. While the Sky Cavalry flank them. Oops. Oh shit, no! Oh, that was stupid. Stupid misclicks. Chase him down! Okay, good. There's still a hole in the wall. I'd push auto battle, but auto battle would probably do something stupid like run behind the walls. Alright, you got this. Alright. We'll get those dark elves riding their flying horses again soon. Alright. Alright. She's only had a turn to recover her armies. Looks like she hasn't. But I can't go in there with just one bat. She'll take it out in a single move. But 2 bats! Yeah, 2 bats will probably do it. Man, the rate at which I am burning mana, though. I cannot keep this up for much longer. I don't want to turn my research off to make more mana crystals, but yikes, there, I'll just turn all my money into mana. What do I need money for, anyway? Aside from trying to rebuild all the crap that she smashed, I mean... Can you believe I practically maxed out money and mana not long ago? That's right. Oh. Oh shit. I was hoping she was just gonna waste a bunch of her spells on a meaningless battle with just one halberdier. I should have guessed something fishy was going on, though. Alright, well, poison doesn't work on these. Oh my gosh. Just keep backing up, okay? Holy shit. Just down a black prayer. Holy crap! You guys are supposed to be better than this! Better than any other melee unit. I need that disjunction. Just hold out. You might not be as fast as them. Oh, you're toast. You're ridiculously tough. Alright, maybe this can work. Yeah? Yeah? Is this working? You posted a comment in chat that didn't show up? That's not right. shouldn't be censoring you. I've done all I can to try to keep YouTube from hiding stuff in chat. YouTube loves to add new features that make people's comments disappear for some reason. I don't know why, they just seem to insist on it. How are you attacking? Oh, right, they were webbed, they're not flying. That's how you're doing it. Phantom Beast, I choose you! Shit. Oh, right, true sight. That's why. Right, of course. Yeah, just keep tearing up my city, I guess. I'll just, Alright. Invulnerability, huh? Alright, full strength Dispelling Wave, go. Good. Alright. Wow, you've already taken his flight away. My web. Kill them! Well... Oh, crap. Where'd you go? Where'd you go? I'ma find ya! Oh, crap. Doombolt? I have not played Hearthstone yet. I'm a huge Blizzard fan, so sooner or later I must. But I was really into Magic the Gathering for quite some time. In fact, I used to have on the wall behind me here a top 8. It's a cloth thing that you receive for making top 8 in a Magic the Gathering. What was it? Was it a Pro Tour qualifier or? I forget what the event was now. But anyway, I was real big into Magic the Gathering, especially during the Kamigawa Ravnica block. Actually, this game here, Master of Magic, is heavily inspired by Magic the Gathering. By the really old Magic the Gathering cards, because this is a really old game. It's still got stuff like Psionic Blast and, you know, that kind of thing. But yeah, the 5 schools of magic in this game, they're basically the 5 colors from Magic the Gathering. Well, they tore up my city and they got away with it. Okay, this won't take long. Maybe a little Black Prayer. I don't know what the game is doing anymore. They've changed a lot since I played. I had, back when I played tournaments and stuff all the time, I had, well, you know, I'd actually read through the giant document that was their rules for the time. A lot of players don't actually do that. Finding all the little minutiae that you can do and stuff. Oh, shit. Shit. Anyway, Magic the Gathering at least was a really, really excellent game. I can't speak for what it's doing now. I know that it's still running, but Mark Rosewater, the guy who was in charge when I was a big fan, isn't the lead anymore. Hasn't been in a long time, and they've overhauled all of the rules. And I'm not entirely sure what all they did to them. So, Actually, none of the people... I knew a bunch of people who were all big into it, and not a single one of them is still big into the game. So... Then again, I've heard they've always had a lot of customer turnover. It's just part of the nature of it. See, you get into Magic the Gathering, and you're like, this is really cool. And then, about a year later, give or take, the set that you so loved that got you into the game rotates out. And unless you get to play, you only get to play with it if you get to play like Extended or Vintage or one of those formats. And whenever you go to a tournament that's in those formats, they pull out all of these old, horrible cards you've never seen before, and combos that are just unbelievable, that will tear everything you have apart, unless you're basically running stuff of that power level yourself. So it's kind of like the game that you were really enjoying ceased to exist. At least that's how it feels. I mean, you know, you still have your decks, but if you pull them out against anybody who's, you know, again, playing Vintage and Extended, they'll just tear it apart. The format that you had built them for doesn't exist anymore. And you could keep going. You could keep building new decks with new cards. And I did that for a while. But, you know, it was also a very expensive hobby. At least on my budget, it was very expensive. I basically had to question, I'm coming to these tournaments every Friday, and I'm buying all of these cards, and then playing with half of them one time. And that's when I realized I couldn't justify spending my money that way anymore. I loved the game. I loved booster drafts. I loved sealed. I really liked when we got to do standard tournaments, and I would consistently win at least 1 or 2 packs every week, which I could then bring to the next tournament. So I was kind of getting in at a reduced price. But yeah. And when you see the people that were serious about it, like, a new set would come out, and they would buy cases. Like, I was like, holy shit, you just laid out, like, $400-500 on this game. I don't know if I'd lay out $500 for a Master of Magic expansion. And I love Master of Magic. But to do that every so many months when they release a new set... It was crazy! Hey, Servy. Just reminiscing about Magic the Gathering. How's it going? Let's see. Combat damage is not on the stat. Yes! Yes, that is one of the things I heard about. I used to be like, damage on stack, sacrifice Sakura Tribe Elder or whatever, then damage goes, and new players would be like, Judge! Like, what? They'd be totally baffled, and the judge would be like, it's a very commonly done thing. No, it doesn't make any sense. It's just the way the game works. Just, you know. So I know why they did it. It's very unintuitive. But it was interesting. It let you pull tricks. Mythic rares? What the hell's a mythic rare? When I played, we had commons, uncommons, and rares. If they added a new level, that's just... I don't even know what to say. I don't even know what to say. Let me see. I need... Iron Skin. Bounce to save your guy, yeah. Excuse me. I loved the soft counters and bounce spells. In Ravnica block, we had Remand and Repeal. And holy shit, those 2 cards were amazing. You wouldn't think that they were any good, because it's like, counter target spell, return that spell to its owner's hand, and draw a card for 2 mana. And you're like, well, that didn't actually counter their spell. That didn't actually stop them. They'll just play it again. And then repeal is like, put that creature back in their hand. Blue plus X, whatever the creature cost is the X. Well, you had to pay more mana than they did, and all you did was put it back in their hand. No, actually, those were amazing. They both had draw card on them. They would give you... They were basically a stalling tactic. They were purely a stalling tactic, but they were super easy. They were just good. They would just buy you the little bit of time you need for your deck to really get running. And they don't sound like they'd be good, but they were. Five for 5 flying vigilance lifelink? What the hell? That is the worst idea I think I've ever heard. What the hell are they thinking? 1 in 8 packs? No. That would ruin their game. I mean, that would utterly destroy their game. Again, when I was playing, Mark Rosewater was the lead. He was a bit strange. For example, he thought that Mana Screw actually made the game a better game. Yeah, I know, there's like a half-dozen people on the planet who felt that way. It figures one of them would end up leading the design for the game. But he had other things that were one of his absolute rules. There always should be an equal number of good cards among rares, uncommons, and commons. Commons should be seeing play at the professional level, in more or less equal proportion to the rares that show up on the professional level. The idea of making your best cards all rares? That's really bad for new players. That's also really bad for players who have a budget. You've basically priced them all out of the game. This is cutting into the longevity of your product. Basically, you're burning your future to make cash now. That's what this mythic rare would do to your game. It is a bad idea. I find it hard to believe that they would make such a decision, but, you know, I guess they've changed management since then, so who knows what they've been up to. They'd be better served doing something insane like adding an additional color, which is something that they apparently talk about. It basically comes up a lot among the developers. How do we make the new set stand out? How do we make it different and do something nobody would ever expect? Let's add another color. It gets brought up and shot down like every single set. Like, no, let's not do that. Let's do something else. But even that would have, you know, would have been better. If you're buying 1 by 1 pack and your RNG is bad, more than 8 packs. Yeah. God, mythic rares would also ruin booster drafts. Doggone it. I'm sorry, I'm still going off on this. See, because the commons, uncommons, and rares all had... It was really common. In a booster draft, you sit down, everyone at the table opens their pack, you would get past rares all the time. If you wanted to just pick rares, if you didn't care about winning a booster draft, you could walk away with a dozen or more rares by buying just 3 packs of cards. Because we're here to win! So we're drafting commons and uncommons, and sometimes there's a rare where you're like, holy shit, that rare is really great. But, you know, but now, A 5/5 flying vigilance lifelink in a draft? Holy shit, that thing will rip the other player apart. Of course, the person who opens a mythic rare has an enormous advantage over all the other players. Good grief. It's just such a bad idea. I really loved Magic the Gathering. This shouldn't bother me so much, but I guess I still love the game, even though I haven't been playing it in years. Yep, you're flanked by an air elemental and a water elemental. The two working in conjunction. Oof. If you lose the game for not being able to draw, you win the game instead? No, they don't have power creep in their game. Actually? Well, at least when I was playing, they didn't have power creep. Okay, how do I explain this? Yes and no. Yes, technically, every time you release anything into the game, you've increased the power level. Because there's more cards that exist. But because Type 2 was always just the last 2 sets, you didn't have to worry about cards from 10 years ago. You just had what the cards were available now. So Kamigawa, for example, was considered an incredibly low-power set. The cards were just nowhere near a match for the stuff that had come before. But when all you had was Kamigawa, and, well, Mirrodin was actually kind of a nightmare. Let's not talk about Mirrodin. When all you had was Kamigawa and Ravnica, you would be using a lot of Kamigawa cards. And it was kind of always the game would stay at the same power level. They had specific numbers that they said, these are the baselines. So, for example, and the numbers did change over time. It used to be that countering a spell was, for example, 2 blue. They decided eventually that that was too good. So the baseline for counter spells was moved to 2 blue and a colorless as the default. And all cards that countered spells would be rated against that default. But because every 2 blocks they would rotate out the old block, you didn't actually have to worry about the power creeping upwards. It was an interesting way of doing things. Yeah, well, like I said, I don't know what they've done in the last few years. I can only speak to the way the game was at various times in its past. Believe it or not, most of the strongest cards in the game are alpha cards. There's a ton of cards that were in that original set of alpha that they would never dare to release the like of again. But then again, when the game was first released, Alpha was an interesting set. It was a very interesting set. I mean, you know what the winning decks at the first Magic the Gathering tournaments looked like? 3 green mana for a 4/5. And I thought 4 mana for a 4/5 in Gruul was excessive. They did have a red-green thing. I think it was called Curd Ape or something. It was a 2/3 for 1. But it had to have you basically had to pay, I think it was a red mana, and you had to have a forest. And yeah, it made aggro decks of that color combo viable. That and a couple other specific cards were the only reason that green-red aggro came to exist over red-green. Alright, here we go. Attempt 2. Where'd your wall go? Did I break it? Alright. Just the one mammoth left, huh? Oh, you're screwed. I'm gonna get you. Counter magic, I need big spells. But you've got magic immunity, and my Dispelling Wave has proved very ineffective against you. Marvel Avenger Alliance. I make no promises. I am buried in games I need to play right now. Utterly buried in them. Alright. I'm not confident in a lot of the spells I need. I'm not confident we'll get through this. The ones that I am are not what I need. Stupid magic immunity. Stupid magic immunity. What am I gonna do? I'm gonna have to take a risk of some kind, or I'll never win this. Maybe. Oh, good. No, we got this. Bye. Is that all I got? Really? A lizard and a spider? Fine, whatever. Well, I mean, what else was I to expect from lizard men? Whatever. Might as well clean her up. How do I have 103 food? What's going on? Everybody just decide to become farmers? I know a lot of cities have had a lot of buildings wrecked and a lot of population die, but what is this? Do that. Whatever. I don't want to hunt every city I've had to check who's overproducing. Moved by Disney? Oh, okay. Yeah, C&Ds on fan games. I've done multiple videos railing about that. Unfortunately. I've had a lot of population lost. I'm annoyed at how often Crack's Call slips through counter magic. It seems to make it through very often indeed. That's the only thing I can do to keep you safe. Well, I mean, I guess I could have Wraithformed. Well. Did you just walk past a cannon? Okay. Let's see. Throw down a blur. And we'll boost ourselves. Why not? The cannon must be airborne. That's gotta be it. And here, have a black prayer too. Wait, was there a... I can't remember. Does that actually boot spells out of existence? Or is it only displaying for them? I can't remember. Okay, good. Okay. Let's see. I think at this point I can comment on this difficulty setting. On a whole, I think it's pretty good. I wish that the AI could slide a little bit up as the game goes on. And it's, I wish its late game could be a little bit better. And I think that the enemy has way the hell too many units. Seriously. I have passed in the last 2 hours. Well, let me see. I started 2 hours ago with, I think it was 8 turns till I researched the spell Behemoth. I have not researched a spell yet. I have been locked in continuous combat, almost all of which has just been them endlessly hammering my cities. The AI has entirely too many units. I'm reaching the point where I can't play this game because I'm not getting to have turns. Because I'm just constantly, endlessly, and forever under attack on all points. And it's kind of exhausting. Yeah, well, it's too much. They should not... There should be some kind of limit, after which point the AI says, you know what? I should stop producing military units now. I have enough. There really needs to be a point where it says that. I was looking at... Shit, you're dead. Yep. I was looking at yellow and purple, and they have quite seriously zeroed on their mana. They have no gold, no mana, and I'm looking at them going, how do you have 7 cities and no resources? It's because she's supporting an army that she cannot support. The AI should never be capable of putting itself in a situation where it does not have the resources to support its own military. They just have too many units right now. It is too much. Well, you can't set a limit to say you can't put more than so many of your people on food in any given city. That would make a hard limit for them right there. To just say you can't have more than... Doggone it. To just say that you can't have more than, I don't know, 3 farmers per city beyond what the minimum is. Cap. Shit. Shit. Let's see. Well, it's back to the gargoyles. Also, the gargoyles have been weirdly effective, to the point where I prefer gargoyles to gorgons. Like, I'll be in a battle and I'll have a gorgon and I'll be wishing that it was a gargoyle instead. From a unit that I never cared to use before. The gargoyle is surprisingly effective. I know some of that is all the globals, but still, it's weird. Alright, go forth, slaughter. Well, I don't know. All I know is that she didn't disband and replace her units. She just kept making them, apparently. I don't know. 2,000 is you. Can you lower the unit cap? Could you say that the unit cap is 1,000? I mean, 1,000 units is a hell of a lot. 1,000 units is an absurd number. Airships. Yes, actually. It's rare that I want to buy a mercenary, but you picked one of the few that I really like. Yeah, but it's taking up so incredibly long. It's making each turn take forever. What? Hey, you were supposed to bring all of those with you. Poop. Let's try this again. Fine. Will this work for you? Go. There we go. Yeah, but again, this has been excessive. I mean, this has been really excessive. I understand that they'll have more units and that they'll make lots of attacks, but I keep hoping it will end. Let's say 7 turns in 2 hours. And those turns have been almost entirely just being under attack. I'm not faulting their strategy or that they have more units than me. I'm just saying that there's a point beyond which it's too much. You know? Anyway, next turn I finally get the behemoth. Then I can research disjunction and finally remove the herb mastery, and then she'll feel the effects of the meteor storm. And she found Spell Blast. Shit. Did you just do 2 spells in 1 turn, the second of which being a major disjunction? Jeez. No, I should have started with the counter magic. Replace the meteor storm. I do have behemoths now, though. At least. Just ignore my counter magic. You know how many times I've seen healing go through counter magic today? Let me see. I have not been having good luck with my spells. Oh, well, at least we stopped at Petrify. What can you even petrify? The resistances should be too good for that. Alright, there we go. Back up. Yep, somebody has Spell Blast. I'm looking at Spell Blasts and Disjunctions. There. to try it. Not had much luck with these either, but... Miss! Here, why don't you back up so their arrows have further to travel? Are you out of arrows yet? Okay, good. Oh dear. You know what? I'm gonna throw a flame blade on this real quick. Just back up a little. What are we gonna do now? First, the attack. I'll have to summon some phantom beasts. I should save my webbing. Alright, this should be okay. I got it. Alright, fine. Chew on that. Oh, really? Oh, Dispelling Wave doesn't get rid of... Oh. No, I didn't know that. Okay. I've been trying to wipe those out with Dispelling Waves, and I've been annoyed at how ineffective it was. I thought it was just RNG screwing me over. RNG has something of a history of screwing me over. Alright. Start with this guy. Obviously, we're not making any headway here. Tear it apart! Also, the hammer hands are distressingly ineffective. I mean, even with adamant, even with just flame blade and everything, they're just... I don't know. Yeah, but I've not just this battle, but previous battles, they've been ineffective. I was commenting on it a little bit ago. Tear it apart. My hammer hands pretend it's a nail. Good, you're out of spells. Guess I need to spend a whole warp reality on this. I'm pretty sure you're good enough. No, I'm not gonna have you come back next turn. You know, if she had been able to invest all of the resources into spell research and spell power that she was spending on military, she might have won the game. Instead, she kept an army so absurdly vast that it sapped all the resources of her empire. Okay, great. Is it more Nightblades? I bet it's more Nightblades. Oh, what a surprise! Nightblades. Leave my cannon alone. What's my cannon ever done to you? Not much. 'Cause it's been webbed the entire fight and doesn't seem to be able to get out. Help, I'm webbed and I can't get out. I'm guessing that definitively answers my question about web. Web is most definitely based on attack power. I've always wondered. It's always just seemed like the bigger the creature, the easier it gets out. Now I know. I thought I had Guy's blessing on Ebony, but it's still got a corrupted tile next to it. I need to investigate this. That tile's been corrupted since... what, Sunday? There we are! Disjunction! Let me check something. 3 turns. I gotta get the meteor storm before that. Did I get an... wait, what? I can have that as an overland unit? Huh. Nope, there's not a single global enchantment I want to snag. Holy crap, I have you as a unit. You have a maintenance cost of 5? You are not worth 5 mana. That's almost what a Doombat costs to maintain. You are not worth that. You have an inflated idea of your own worth there. Oh well. You're just gonna end up dead anyway. We're gonna stop summoning bats. Yeah, I still need to update it, but it doesn't matter. There's not a single spell worth binding in the world. You'd think that there would be one of those good life spells. We got 4. Okay, I could steal Just Cause, but I'd feel awfully silly casting spell binding and taking Just Cause. I mean, it's good, but... Come on, give me Crusade, give me Charm of Life, give me that Holy War one that gives holy weapons to everything. Don't give me Just Cause. There's literally nothing else here I could want. Divine Order I don't even want, and it affects everyone evenly no matter who controls it, so no. Alright, I really need to summon units into a whole bunch of places. I want more bats. Meteor Swarm. Then this would come into play. Then I can disjunction her Herb Mastery. Alright, let's check. Oh, no, I somehow... Oh, I bet they dispelled it. They were throwing around dispellings earlier. I bet that that's one of the things that got hit. Alright, I need to get that fantastic stable back into play, and we'll finally be back in production. They have earthquakes too, by the way. Alright, let's take this. Let's try a warp reality. You know what? That's good enough. It's 3 doom bats. What do you got? Nothing. Really? You're gonna ignore those? Ah, shit. Stop. Stop. Give me control. Thank you. Alright, let's see. You. Okay. Air versus Earth. Earth wins. Doombolt versus Earth. Doombolt always wins. Looks to me like you have a population of no workers. I'm sure a shrine will fix that. God, my resources. Alright. Counter magic. Ah, they have attacked this hero a lot. And we're back to the cracks calling. You know what? I'm just gonna find her and put a permanent wraith form on her, because good grief. You know what? I don't even care. I just don't even care. Heroes don't do shit anyway. All the good ones are dead. That's all that's gonna happen to any heroes I have, is they're just gonna die because I don't have... I just don't have any way to... I just don't... Hold it together there, my invisible nightmares. Hold it together. Here's some support. Flying cannon is such a ridiculous thing. I guess it just flies overhead and shoots straight down. How does it deal with the, every time it shoots, it would get blown backwards? I wonder how it's flying, actually. Chaos channels. Who knows? Maybe it's using the kickback from its shots to stay airborne. That's a lot of conditions. Yeah, Jackal Riders ain't so great against our high resistance. Hey, you lot. You think you're going? Well, she's gotta run out of mana again real soon. That'll make these a lot softer. Lots of rocks coming at me. You know what? Unless you manage to squeak a web through here, none of those earth elementals will matter. I can just ignore them. Alright, you guys have to be out of ammo. One more bow volley. Okay, you're done. Just want to have a meteor storm in play and disjunction herb mastery. That has literally been my plan since I started this today. That's all I want to do. Just make them feel the meteor rain. Because that will largely put an end to these attacks. Some of your mana up here. Oh, guess you ran out again. Good. Ah, shit. Oh, wait. I know what to do. Okay. What are you doing? Just kind of wandering about? That's a terrible idea. That's likely to get you eaten. Oh. Oh yeah, you weren't here earlier when my skeletons were being healed by Herb Mastery and I was musing about the possibilities of Death Nature. Herb Mastery, Zombie Mastery as a combo. And then, what about Zombie Mastery plus Life Force? I think Life Force is the name of the one that boosts all of your summons? That would... well... that would be a combo. I think Zombie Mastery, Herb Mastery, and what I just said, the life, whatever the name of the ability is that makes all of your summons stronger. Survival Instinct, that's the name. Survival Instinct. So our undead have really good survival instincts and herb mastery. Yeah, no, in theory, that would be a hell of a combo. Okay, you guys need your fantastic stable. Alright, let's get your Sages Guild up and running. Feels wrong for you not to have one. Skeletons that love to bask in the light. Yeah, well, in the original game, you were literally not allowed to have life and death magic at the same time. So, it was never a thing that could happen until caster magic. Of course, the undead cannot be healed by the healing spell still, so, you know, there's still that. Oh, really? A node. A perfectly good node, just being wasted. Whoa, shit. Well, the nice bolt did the job. Okay, let's see. Where was that? Ah. Well, I think a little summoning circle. Chuck out a spirit. Alright, spook, go. In. Ah! I needed that! Nope. The same injured unit did all the killing. Okay, it's fine. I've got another one right here. We'll just have to sit a turn. More? Oh, jeez, our money. Alright. 2 turns. Alright. Meteor storm. Sure hope they go at least a little bit without disjunctioning it. But hey, at least when they cast disjunction, I'll get a free summon out of it. Okay, it's not much of a consolation prize, but it's something. Yes, cast as many spells as you can into this, please. I think most of my mana crystals are being consumed in these never-ending battles. Ironheart. Oh, glad you caught that one. Alright, fine, eat this one. Eat this guy with the mithril. Oh, did you run out of mana crystals? Good. You're a jerk. You don't deserve to have mana crystals. This game is sort of about one person wanting all the mana crystals to themselves, to be the sole master of magic. And in this megalomania, absolutely devastating 2 worlds. Alright. Now she shouldn't have any mana left. Oh, hey, you came back. Oh, right! I forgot I gave you that. Well, in that case, I still need to find you and permanently wraith form you. I forgot all about that little trinket. Just in case you do still have power. Nope, okay. In that case, do as you will. Good choice. Wow. Yeah, just keep whistling them up. Make as many as you please. I wonder if I can make an artifact with regeneration. Generation artifacts are good. That's a lot of magicians. There. You've got a chaos node and a counter magic to get through. Okay, let's see. Oh, something. Oh, well, healing goes right through it all, doesn't it? Good luck. We're chaos creatures. This is our node. With all the fame I've gained, why haven't all the best heroes busted down my door yet with job offers? I must have so much fame. Must be gaining like a dozen a turn. I hope she's finally stopped having an army to hit me with. Feels like it's finally shifting. The storm has finally broke. And in turn, it is time for my storm. I don't know how you got there, man. Alright, whatever. Let's see. Alright, this army's now ready to move. Oh, I got a free bat, did I? Well, that's nice. Maybe this bat will end up joining this army of hammerhands. I do not know. A lot? It's not really casting the spell of mastery, it's researching the spell of mastery that's really hard. Alright, next turn we get that disjunction. At last. I'm staying up entirely too late for this. But I must have it! And with it, the dawning of new hope. Yeah, it's stupid to attack a Doombat. Ooh, Night Blades. Okay, maybe you have a plan here. Okay. Well, you hit it with everything you had. It was not enough. Eat some bears? Oh. Okay. Well, alright. Well, I guess they have that city back. I'm down quite a few cities, really. I'm really counting on this. Having all of her units already pre-broken when they arrive at my door to fight me would make this so much easier. Oops. Okay, let's see. An iron skin will probably go a long way. Yeah, just ignore my counter magic. This is better than any burn spell. Finally. Alright, one down. Or not. Fuck on you. You're the one kind of troll who doesn't get to regenerate. Quit coming back. Give me the big one. That one critical spell. Ah, there it is. 104 turns to research, except that it actually takes, I think, 4 times that long. And I wouldn't be able to maintain this level of research for that long. Earthgate's potentially useful. We'll go with that. Alright, now I can finally... Gaia's Blessing? A 20% chance to return corrupted tiles. Well, hurry up! I need that back. Oh, really? That's the adjusted number now. Okay. Well, I'm glad that they comes into play like that. Good. You need one of this. Huh. Okay, that's the one they just took. Okay. I cannot maintain this. I cannot maintain. Because holy crap, as much as I want skill, I just need mana. Okay, next thing. Wait a second. Hold on. Herb Mastery. I need... Okay, I need it to be 1,500 to get rid of this. Okay. Wait, I'm double strength. So it only needs to cost... This should do it. No, 750. Come on. There! Okay, that should get rid of Herb Mastery, right? No, you're a specialist. Crap. Alright. Then it needs to be 1,500. Of course, she'd be specialized in the one obnoxious school of magic that would make me have to do this. Alright, 3 turns. And then this madness ends. In the meantime, this is mine. She can't do anything. I mentioned this, but both her and Patch, they literally have no resources. Their armies are literally consuming every penny that they have. So yeah, I can just walk around and kick them around because they're kind of hopeless. Yay, this is mine now. Which is exactly what I am to do. I don't see anything arranged here, and if you can't cast spells, there's not much you can do against my bat. Oh, come on. I just put that guy's blessing back. I just need to fix this one tile. Maybe I'll just end up making a priest. Crap, this city again. I don't know. I never take cult leader myself. But... let's see, it lets you basically raise... Think of it as it lets you raise your taxes by a bit. CeraVe would have to explain exactly how many tax hikes it's worth and exactly how much money it's worth. But think of it as a significant increase in your kingdom's income. Alright. This city is in such ruins. This thing always ends up fighting a guerrilla war. Not Flameblade, I meant Iron Skin. Can't cast Flameblade, of course, but Iron Skin? Oh yeah, that's fine. Why? Oh, she can cast one and not the other. No reason. Just is. So, how's your resistances? Pretty decent. Not good enough. Well, I think it depends a little bit on which race you're playing, but yeah. Yeah, so how much does that translate to if you raise your taxes that enough steps to equal 3 unrest? Just using that as a baseline. Invisible chaos spawn. Yeah, I could do that. I don't have the chaos spawn spell yet, though. I do, however, have behemoths. And if I'm gonna make something invisible, I think I'd rather go with the behemoth. Okay, it's not a colossus. It's not a great worm. I wish it was a great worm. But still, it's a pretty big, heavy thing, and it can cast invisibility on itself, I think. I don't know, maybe it'll be limited to only nature spells. But if it has access to my full spell book, well, shit, it's got plenty of mana. Hello? Summoning demons? True sight and vulnerability. Isn't this one of my sets? No, I don't think so. And lots of buffs. Entirely too many buffs. Alright, counter magic first of all. Ha! That ain't gonna work on my golem. Well, my golem ain't quite ready for Doom Drakes yet. Ho ho ho. Ho ho ho. Could have cast Magic Immunity if I wanted, but I didn't. Oh, you aren't getting away from me. I'm gonna peel that armor right off ya. And, chuck it into a forge, I'm afraid. Oh well, it's still 800 mana crystals. It'll pay for 1 or 2 fights. spells with. Nah, you can't catch me. Yeah, that's... I don't even care to kill your units. There's infinite of them. Oh look, invisible stuff. What a surprise, invisible things. I'll just do this. Splat. Oh, they've decided to go into hiding. Okay. Whoa, 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 whoa! What's this now? Suddenly they feel like fighting? Okay. Holy word. Alright, want to show me more? Huh? Guess not. Guess none of you have the courage to stand up and fight me! Okay, well... They always strike that city, the one with the hero and the invisible nightmare. Either of which could handle most of their stuff. Hello, a hero. A hero with Ether Master. Hero who can use Mind Storm, but most importantly, quick casting and illusion. Yeah, I think I'll take that. Alright. Well, I mean, but that's still all ugly, so let's go ahead and make a priest. It'll probably get murdered, but we can try. I'll give it an escort of nightmares, I guess. Okay, good. I would so like to cast buffs on all my cities. I wonder if I could broker a temporary peace. Ooh, wait a sec. I need... You need, stuff. Sorry, I just threw a wand away, like, yesterday that would have been nice. You could have summoned a demon with it or something. Oh, well. Hey! Majesty in play and everything. Here's a spell that is utterly and completely useless to you. At least against me. Everything else is potentially useful. I spend more than that in mana crystals every turn. Okay. It's a temporary reprieve. That's all I need. She'll attack me again almost immediately, I know. But that's okay. In the meantime, I have no illusions about what I just bought. A moment. God, there's a lot of war trolls in this world. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Cherry on top. Oh, crap. Are you? Yes, you're magic immune. Of course, you're magic immune. Why wouldn't you be? Here, this'll do it. To the two AIs who don't have meteor. Well, considering that neither of them were relevant anymore because both of them were broken, probably not all that much, honestly. They're so far down that we can't even tell. Alright. Oh, no! No, I just made peace with her. No. Doggone it. No. Oh, doggone it. I'm supposed to hold around and go fight this. Well, anyway. She's declared war on me. If I give her time, she will recover her armies. And it's not just Meteor Storm. No, she's also going to complain about the innocuous spell that's boosting my troops. So she'll force me to disband 2 spells. She'll rebuild her armies using the peace. And then she'll declare war on me again. I do not trust her. I absolutely do not believe that she started a war on me without any without I had never done anything to her all game. As far as I'm concerned, it's a war without cause. She just decided she didn't like me. Alright, you're gonna try to slip through the portal. You're gonna go fix that. Now, the only thing to do if I want peace, if I want to stop having to fight, is to smash her armies with the meteors. If I remove her herb mastery, then I'll stop being attacked and stop losing cities and armies and all my mana. And I'll be able to go around casting buffs and doing all the things I've been wanting to do. Let's see. New cover photo. What is a cover photo? Are you talking about the banner where I have a bunch of pictures? Or are you talking... I'm not entirely certain. Dr. Roxo. I don't know who that is. I'm afeared. Okay, please work. That's it. 3 hours. But I pulled it off. It took 3 hours, but I pulled it off. Alright, we're going to make this War College while that's being purified. Okay. You can have... What? What? Huh? What happened? Okay, I'm a a little bit confused, but okay. I had... Oh well. Ah. Well, you can submit one. I make no promises whether I'll use it, but if I like it, I'll use it. Dr. Roxo warms up a crowd. I don't know, I always just call it the banner. It's just the banner up on top. Ah, geez, I think mine has gotten horrifically out of... Okay! Yeah, whatever you say. You're feeling the burn from your first turn of actually feeling the meteors. And you're immediately like, holy shit! Yeah, if you had never declared war on me, I would have totally just left you alone forever. But, yeah, I can't do that. Alright. Now, a Uranus's blessing in every city would guarantee that I'd always have a counter magic. I've been wanting this for some time, because I'm constantly been under attack. But that is going to change. She'll still have trolls. I've even started recovering my resources. No, she did not take that disjunction well. Ah, my favorite characters from games, or my favorite characters from things that I've Let's Played, or things that I plan to Let's Play. Ah, crapola, what is this? Okay, but not focus magic, I notice. Huh. I should be able to handle this. She probably has some mana crystals now, though. Well, I really like Aya Bray from Parasite Eve. Specifically, this one's from Parasite Eve 2. I love that game. I'm a big Master of Magic fan. I mean, obviously. Let's see. StarCraft, especially StarCraft 2. Big fan of that. So. And I'm a huge fan of a lot of obscure indie games. You can pretty much just dig around in my videos and look at the stuff I've played. Be interesting to have some lesser-known characters, like, let me see what I need to do. I need warp reality. Like, the lady from Arafel. Nobody would expect her to show up in someone's banner. Or, Isla from Alter Isla. Yeah, I've been needing to put new pictures on my banner for an age, as well as update my schedule, because my schedule isn't what it says at all anymore. Oh dear. This is painful. Guess all I have to stick there are some skeletons. Just need a little Goddammit, Crack's call. Shit. do that. Alright, I need a blur. Do you try to Cracks call a bear? I mean, come on now. Yeah, but the city won't have a single unit in it after this fight. How is the gameplay different from StarCraft 1? Massively. Let me see. How do I even approach it? I mean, obviously there's a lot of new units that dramatically alter the gameplay, but there's a lot of subtle things that have been altered too. Even with how units can shoot at things that they, the things that are up. Well, there's a lot. I mean, even at the base level, even at things you wouldn't expect, there's been alterations that change the gameplay. But the biggest thing is in the units. The units are so different than StarCraft 1's multiplayer. And of course the campaigns. But I'm a huge fan of StarCraft 2, Wings of Liberty, especially Wings of Liberty's campaign is like my favorite thing ever. It's amazing. If you wanted a comprehensive thing, it would take a while, but shit, true sight. I should have checked for that. True sight. You know what? A Doom Bolt for a Doom Drake. I have to figure out what city this was. I had a heavy guard here, so it must be an important one. Is he trying to raise dead? That's not promising. I don't have a whole lot I can do. Alright! It's an air elemental with iron skin! Brilliant! You have to be a master wizard to pull that one off. Not just anyone can do that. Yeah. I'm a huge fan of turn-based strategy. I actually generally prefer turn-based strategy to real-time strategy, but I really do like, I still do like real-time strategy, and in particular, I'm very fond of StarCraft 2. I mean, I guess I should just describe some of the new units, is probably the easiest way. So, StarCraft 1, you had... Boy, I'm trying... Let me see if I can pull it all together in my head. So, you're playing, let's say, the Terran. You have Marines. Let me see... Ghosts, which can do nukes. StarCraft 2 adds in, well, I mean, then I guess, well, we gotta bring in Brood War, the expansion pack, so we'll say medics as well. So your bio is Marines, medics, and ghosts. Those are your biological units, and they work great. You'll put Marines with a bunch of medics backing them to heal them. StarCraft 2, no medics. Instead, they have medevacs, which are a flying unit that can pick up and drop units as well as doing the healing. And the difference is enormous because Yeah, those things fly into your base and drop a whole bunch of Marines to shoot up your peasants, basically, to kill all your workers that are gathering resources. And you run to come and stop them, and they just hop back up into their medevac and fly away and drop someplace else. And the medevac is healing them while they're fighting, so yeah. But you also have Marauders, which is a new biological unit that is like way more durable. It has a ton more hit points, it's armored, and it deals extra damage against armored enemies, and its attack does kind of a splash damage thing that slows enemies. So you have a few of those in front of your Marines with a medevac. That's the difference in the bio strategy. And then you come to mech. StarCraft 1, it's like, okay, I've got vultures, which are basically motorcycles, and they can lay down these spider mines. I've got Goliaths, which are basically mechs that are good against anti-air, specifically is why you have them. And siege tanks, which are artillery that can only target the ground, but have crazy range when they're in siege mode and hit really hard. But if enemies get too close, they can't shoot near them while they're in siege mode, and it takes a lot of time to switch modes. So your mech is generally, you know, Goliaths and siege tanks. Maybe you'll use a flying unit to get more vision, so to act as a spotter for your siege tanks. StarCraft 2's mech. No vultures. Instead, you get Hellions, which I think they're faster than a vulture. They have a flamethrower that's really good against light units, and they're just ridiculous at harassing and burning up light units and workers and things. Late game, they can change into a Hellbat, which is a more, I'm gonna call it a more tanky unit, but it's not exactly a tank. It's its own thing. Its range gets much shorter and it moves much slower, but it's more durable and useful in different ways. Then you get no Goliaths, they're gone. You get your siege tanks still. You get something called a Cyclone, which I don't even know how to explain. I haven't used it enough to fully appreciate what it can and can't do, but it's kind of an all-around tanky thing. And then you get Thors, which are gigantic mechs, which are slow and have their uses. Shoot, I need to see. I know it's gonna be a lot, but I don't know how much. How many things you bring? It's gonna be a full 9 stack, isn't it? No, maybe not. Yeah, that's mech. And I think just from that you can kind of see how much it alters the game. Your orbital commands are ridiculous with mules as well. It takes a bit to explain all the things they've done. But they have made a game that is similar, but fundamentally different at the same time. I'm gonna do a counter magic. And yeah, this is. Well, so much for regeneration. I knew I needed to put a wraith form on her, but shit. Got it. I hate that spell. Always hated that spell. Artifacts and all, just gone. You know, I expected that these Nightblades would have some damage on them from the meteors, but they look like they've been unaffected. Huh. That's not a good sign. don't do that. Well, within 10 minutes, I'll probably be ending this stream. I've stayed up too late. Again. As is my wont. Bringing in an all-invisible army against a mine which is all-ranged. She must have gathered a ton of mana crystals while we had our few turns ceasefire. Supposed to kill you. Alright, there. Great. No! I was willing to just let the fight be over. Go away. That was my cannon. Alright, we done here? Come on, meteors. Do your job. We're gonna do one more turn. Getting those Uranus' blessings in play. Is that a great worm? Great. Oh, let us agree to a wizard's pact. Yeah, sure, why not? I mean, if you don't mind all the, you know, nice fresh rain I'm bringing to the universe. I've actually been thinking about the Great Wasting, or Doomsday, I think it's called now. And I have some thoughts about it, actually. See, I felt for some time, and I've made no secret of it, that Chaos has a real problem having Meteor Storm, Armageddon, and Doomsday. 3 different spells that all are just like, I'm gonna wreck your world. And while I think that Meteor Storm is distinct enough from Armageddon, the Great Wasting was always kind of a third wheel. It's eating up one of those precious slots. And it's, you know, but anyway. So, my thought, what if Doomsday was not a Chaos Wizard saying, I'm going to smash the world in yet another way? I'm thinking, what if it, I don't know what you've done to it lately, but what if the fact that it's corrupting the land, if that was toned down a little bit and made a side effect? Instead of, I'm going to destroy the world, what if the flavor of it was, I'm doing this awesome, irresponsible chaos thing to make myself more awesome, and as a side effect, it's destroying the world. That's just incidental. That's not really my intention, but what do I care if the world's getting corrupted by my chaotic magic as I rip the land apart for my benefit? Yeah, that's, well, but that just becomes a third. It's still just another flavor of Armageddon. I was thinking, what if it did something like, for example, it could be, what if, for example, it was like Fairy Ring, except it wasn't based on other people casting spells. It's just every turn it would summon a random summon. Not even from your spell list, just summon a random creature every turn. Maybe a good creature, maybe a terrible creature. Or something like that. Something positive, but whatever it is you're doing, whatever it is your global spell is doing, it's also ripping the world apart to do it. Maybe that wasn't the best of examples, but, you know. They all fill the same role. How do I put this? These are 3 spells that are all filling the role of I'm screwing over everybody else at the table. I'm wrecking your shit. Oh, there are 3 different ways to wreck everyone's shit. These are the most rare, like, global. This is a specific slot. Basically, they're all doing the same general idea. I mean, it's using slightly different tacts to do it, but it's all screw all you guys. You know what I mean? And all the unrest it produces. I think of Armageddon mostly as a way to screw over everyone else, because that seems to largely be its purpose. It's named Armageddon. The theme is volcanoes everywhere. You're all wrecked. I don't know. Anyway, it was a thought. Oh well, let's lose a hero. Oh, right, I forgot. You have no resources whatsoever. So, no, we'll be just fine. You should be reduced to nothing but trolls very soon. I don't know. I always thought that it should have more unpredictability. I love this spell here. Chaos Channels is brilliant. Call Chaos feels really like chaos. But anyway. It's just, you know, when they hit their highest level stuff, it just becomes the all... Yeah, that just basically becomes their thing. And I really think that the one chaos spell that makes chaos creatures stronger shouldn't have a diplomatic penalty for casting it. I think chaos is the weakest school largely because all of their best spells cause every single player to go to war with you. And that makes them difficult. You want to use your good spells because they're your good spells, but you don't necessarily want to be at war with everyone all at once. Yeah, I still haven't seen Mystic Surge. I need to play that. Okay. Yeah, that'll help them a lot. They need their buffs. Oh, great. Random lightning bolt, and she's gone. Well. Well, she was nice while she lasted. I'm more sad about the long-lived hero with all the levels. Oh, she's not coming back. Thank goodness. Wow. There are neutral cities in the world once again. Imagine that. Well, I think that that's it for today. Yep. Yep. I'll leave this here to start off on Sunday. Doggone it, you're still enormous. Hopefully this meteor storm will bring her down. Hopefully. Oh, by the way, I would love to have that. Isn't it funny that herb mastery has what's been giving me so much trouble all day today? I knew giving it to her was a bad idea. But you know, sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do. Yeah. Those great worms are gonna be a problem. But I have something as well. We'll have to see how this goes. Yeesh. Yeah. No, I gotta crush. She was constantly attacking me the whole time. If this was her army, I don't know how she stabilized. But I know I lost some cities today. I have Dispelling Wave. Oh, needed, yes. Yes, I did need it. I miss my heroes. My good heroes. You're not a good hero. You're too low level. Oh well, if my capital's ever threatened, she's there. Could be. I can't say that my meteor storm is having a huge impact yet. A lot of her units are troll, a huge number of them, and some of them seem to be more resilient things with high defense, like mammoths, which would be more trolls. But it should be tearing her stuff apart now that I finally got rid of the herb mastery. It should be cutting her stuff apart. Really, her armies have dashed against my cities for so long. That alone has greatly reduced them. Should I try to cut her nodes out next? Or should I go city smashing? Hopefully I'll finally be able to make nightmares again soon. I'm surprised she didn't throw more earthquakes. The one she did was devastating. Maybe I should focus specifically on her troll cities. But I'm actually thinking of clearing the Arcanus plane first. I know that seems odd, what with, but it seems like it's an easier place to clean up. It's not her home plane, it's not her base of power. And whoops, I didn't mean to do that. Oh, whatever, already saved. When I load, they'll be back where they're supposed to be. Anyway, it's not her base of power. I feel like I can largely sweep this world if I can get enough forces through. And every inch I claim of it reduces her power. Seismic mastery? Anyway, until next time and every time, this is Hadriex signing off. Good night.